Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. You know it really does mean everything. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. What is your destiny card for the week? What is the overarching or overriding theme or energy that is coming through for you? And this week you get the Tower, right? So big changes and big shifts are coming. This is not going to be an easy week in terms of easy breezy, things are just going to fall into place. This is going to be a week where you probably either have to work with a lot of changes or shifts, or it's going to be that you are implementing something and so therefore you're creating the change within your own lifescape. So this means you're kind of taking the bull by the horns this week, right? You're saying to yourself, okay, you know what, there is things that I need to get done, and in order to get those things done or to bring something into fruition, I'm going to have to change this, this and this. And so therefore you've kind of got this Tower energy that's going to bring you different realizations. So along the path of creating what it is that you want in your life or what it is that you want to see in your life, you're going to have to go through this process of breaking a few eggs in order to make the cake, right? So the Tower card, yes, is bringing you shifts, yes, it's bringing you changes, but I don't feel like it's bringing you anything detrimental, right? I actually feel like this is more just a case of you're shifting things, you're changing things, and it's really just, this is something that you're doing consciously. I feel like the Tower is something that you're going to create for yourself. That doesn't mean that you're going to create, menace and mayhem for yourself. It just means that you are shifting your entire life path to make room for something that you want to create. And as I said, if you're making a cake, you got to break a few eggs. It's not always pretty, but the end result is pretty and it's tasty as well. So roll with what comes up, right? So let's have a look at the direction that this is likely to take. And this week you get the Page of Pentacles. So this is something to do with, for a lot of you, this is about your personal business. If there's something you've got on the side, if there's something that you are doing or something that you're planning to implement within your life that relates to a small business, a hobby that you've got that you want to turn into a business, this week you are working out and ironing out the kinks, right? This was the week where you're saying to yourself, right, okay, I know what I want to do and I know that it's going to come with some challenges, but I'm ready, willing and prepared to do the work that needs to be done in order to lay the foundations to get to where it is that I want to be. The Page of Pentacles is about a small business or a personal business or something you do of your own accord, so to speak. Very often it's always enjoyable. It's rare that you see, even with the Tower in close proximity, there's something about your business, your personal business that's shifting. If you work for a company, this is obviously you deciding that something about your job, something about your work needs to shift now in order to reflect what it is that you really want and need from your lifescape. So there's lots of changes going on, and a big part of this as well with the Page of Pentacles, it very often represents what could sometimes be called a soul calling. So you could be getting a tap into that this week where you're really discovering that actually there's something else that you want to be doing or need to be doing, or something else that you want to start introducing into your professional or academic life. Which is really interesting because, when you're at work, if you work for a company, sometimes you can't necessarily make big changes of your own accord. You have to kind of go above and beyond and speak to the right people to see if it's possible. So this could be a week where you're doing that as well, because there's something within you that is urging you to drive forward. So really interesting. Your insight for the week, you get the Six of Wands, right? So whatever you do this week, you will be successful and you will be victorious, even if it is having to speak to a boss about your job, if it is asking, you know, the people that you work with or the people that you work for if you can change something around the dynamics of how you do your job. You know, for others of you, if you are starting a personal business, if there is something like that on the cards for you, this kind of suggests that whatever problems or issues come up, or if there are any things that need to change, the Six of Wands is basically saying it will be okay. In fact, it will be more than okay, it will be good, right? And you'll have the energy that you need to put these things into practice, but ultimately you can rest assured that you will have the success that you need once you implement the changes that you make, right, going forward, which is fantastic. So if it's not too personal, let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments. Take care. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.